Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the DeVos Fieldhouse here on the campus of Hope College for today's third round action of the 2018 NCAA Division III Women's Basketball Championship. Tonight's featured teams are the captains of Christopher Newport University and the Hope College Flying Dutch. Here are tonight's starting lineups. First for the captains at 1 forward, a 6-foot senior from Manassas, Virginia, number 4, Bailey Dufresne. And at 1 forward for the Flying Dutch, a 5'9" senior from Scottville, Michigan, number 12, Madison Gears. At 1 forward for the captains, a 5'11" senior from Alexandria, Virginia, number 24, Sam Porter. And at 1 forward for the Flying Dutch, a 6-foot senior from Fraser, Michigan, number 22, Jacqueline Schwartz. Starting at center for the captains, a 6'1" sophomore from Woodbridge, Virginia, number 42, Michael Maloney. And at center for the Flying Dutch, a 6-foot junior from Grant, Michigan, number 21, Francesca Buchanan. At 1 guard for the captains, a 5'5" junior from Midlothian, Virginia, number 3, Sarah Tanner. And at 1 guard for the Flying Dutch, a 5'10" freshman from Zeeland, Michigan, number 20, Kennedy Schoonveld. And at the final guard spot for the captains, a 5'7" senior from New Freedom, Pennsylvania, number 21, Mackenzie Fancher. And at the final guard spot for the Flying Dutch, a 5'7" freshman from Flushing, Michigan, number 23, Lauren Newman. Christopher Newport University is coached by Bill Broderick. Hope College is coached by Brian Morehouse. Your officials this evening, Mr. Jack Whitmore, Ms. Kelly Dennis, and Mr. Mark Guines.
Welcome back inside DeVos Fieldhouse. I'm Steve Binning alongside Andy Forts here as we're getting ready for our second matchup of the Sweet 16 here hosted inside Holland, Michigan. The hosts, Hope College, take on the visiting Christopher Newport Captains. Hope coming in 28-1 overall. Christopher Newport 25-4, visiting from Newport News, Virginia. The captains, of course, ranked 18th coming into the national tournament. The Dutch ranked 4th. We just saw the third-ranked Thomas More Saints win in their Sweet 16 matchup. And we await the tip here. For the Dutch, it's the usual suspects: Schwartz, Buchanan, Gears, Newman, and Schoonveld. On the other side, it's Tanner, Dufresne, Fancher, Porter, and Maloney. The tip belongs to Christopher Newport, and right away it's Porter with the layup, and she misses, won't go. Rebound, grabbed, and put back. Number 42, Michael Maloney, lays it in, and then a turnover by Jackie Schwartz. And
I'm not so sure that was a turnover.
Yeah, Christopher Newport is going to get really 2 opportunities here to start the game. Here's a pass to Michael Maloney, and right away, look at that. Michael Maloney, before 20 seconds are even gone, has 4 points. And the full court press is on. 5 seconds to get across. Here's Lauren Newman. She gets it across, guarded by Tanner. Newman with it. Hands to Gears. Gears now Jackie Schwartz. Schwartz finds Gears. Gears spinning and called for the walk, so another turnover, and the ball's going right back to the captains, and just like that, the captains already have a chance to make this a 2-possession game. Already is a 2-possession game, but you're looking really to extend the lead here early on. Here's Tanner with it. Tanner backdoor cut, nice pass outside now. 3-ball on its way, that one goes. 21, Mackenzie Fancher knocks it down.
And wow, Christopher Newport coming out flying here. They're really putting the pressure on the Dutch here.
Absolutely. Lauren Newman gets the screen from Schwartz. 7-0 in favor of the captains. Gears. Outside to Schwartz. Schwartz inside to Buchanan. Lots of contact there And 24, Sam Porter, gonna get whistled for the foul. Head coach Bill Broderick really does not like that one. Broderick in his 6th season as head coach for the Captains. Gears gets it into Schoonveld. And Schoonveld stepped out of bounds, so another turnover for the Dutch, and this one's going back to the Captains.
Dutch a little riled up here. It's full house tonight.
Absolutely.
Got lots of students here.
As are
ready
the Captains.
to cheer on their Dutch.
Tanner with it. Hands back to Fancher. Fancher outside. Dufresne with it. Still with it. And that one's taken right away by Schoonveld. Schoonveld chased down by Tanner. Gets past one and then was fouled. And that one will remain on the floor.
Great hands there by Kennedy Schoonveld on the defensive end. Picked the pocket there of number 3, Zara Tanner.
Here's Schoonveld with the right hand and hard off the glass, but she gets to go home. Kennedy Schoonveld knocks down the first basket for the Dutch. It's 7-2. Here's Tanner with it. Zara Tanner kicks to Fancher, and the ball out of bounds right through the hands of Micah Maloney. That one's going back to the Dutch, and DeVos Fieldhouse, like Andy mentioned, full of a sea of orange and blue, starting to come to life here after a quiet start. Newman to inbound. She gets it to Gears. Gears puts it on the floor, brings it across. Thomas is into the game for the first time for Christopher Newport. Here's Buchanan, and a foul called by 42, or on 42, Micah Maloney. My apologies. And like I mentioned, Anitra Thomas into the game, as well as number 30, Jessica Dagula. Here's Schoonveld, straight away. Buchanan down low, spinning, left hand, lays it up and in. Nice move there by Frankie Buchanan. She gets the finish. And Christopher Newport coming the other way. A wild pass, knocked around, and going back to the Dutch. So Kennedy Schoonveld once again forces a turnover, and the freshman from Zeeland just keeps on impressing.
Yeah, well, she's been doing it all year. I mean, last weekend, she dropped 25 in that second game to get us here to the Sweet 16. So Kennedy Schoonveld, key part of this offense and defense, I should say.
Absolutely. There's another
for the
freshman,
Dutch.
Lauren Newman, lost the basketball, then grabs the steal, but a great point there, Andy. Absolutely a reason that Hope College is in the Sweet 16, Kennedy Schoonveld. Here's Frankie Buchanan straight away. 9 to shoot. Newman with 6 to shoot. Step back. 2 on its way. Kisses the iron, won't go. Tipped around and going back to Christopher Newport as the officials are on the same page there.
Number 2, Akita White.
Fancher brings it forward for the Captains. Fancher guarded tightly there. Now Schwartz guarding 15. Von Ivel, and a ball tipped away and then out of bounds by Lauren Newman. We've also got, for the first time, Makeda Wright into the game, as well as Jasmine Von Ivel. Thomas to inbound. Tipped away by Newman, and this one going all the way to the baseline, so there's still 7 seconds to shoot, but they've got to go to a full length of the floor to the Captains. Here's Fancher. Right with it and lost the basketball, and Frankie Buchanan just took that one away. And here's Kennedy Schoonveld as the Hope Dutch bring it the other direction. Swift with it now. And Heather Randall, who's also into the game for the first time this evening. Schoonveld. Now Buchanan. Nice move up and under. Right hand, can't get it to go. And then lots of contact. And Frankie Buchanan, just unaware of where she was, bumps into Makeda Wright.
We'll be ready for that play all night long. Hope's going to try and get it down deep into Frankie Buchanan all night. And as we've seen before, she's been able to handle it, scoring a lot of points for the Dutch in that fashion.
Kiana Kirkland, number 5, sophomore out of Dumfries, Virginia. Here's Thomas. Now spinning away is a basket for 15 Bonneville. And now Tolbert will bring it across for the Dutch. Here's Swift, nice stutter step move, and that one's rejected there by 30. Doggled, here come the captains, other direction. Thomas underneath, now Thomas back up top, kicks out to the right side from the wing, that one won't go. Rebound pulled down by Voskuhl as Kirkland couldn't get the 3 to go. Ball tipped around, comes to Schoonveld, who has Randall underneath. Foul and 1. Heather Randall gets it to go. Much to the pleasure of DeVos Fieldhouse. And Jasmine Bonneville called for the foul. And then a few more substitutions as Zara Tanner turns back into the game, as well as Bailey Dufresne. Heather Randall at the line, trying to complete the three-point play. Free throw won't go. And here comes Tanner the other direction. Tanner blowing past everyone, right hand, throws up a wild shot, and that one going the other direction. Zara Tanner trying to go coast to coast, drew the contact, but no foul. And now Kayla Russell into the game for the first time this evening as Kennedy Schoonveld takes a break. Tolbert with it, finds Randall, back to Tolbert, and now Tolbert brings it across, finds Russell. Russell back up top to Randall. Here's Swift from the wing for 3, won't go. Rebound grabbed by Tanner. Tanner pushes it up to Kirkland, and Kirkland takes it up strong, and Randall's gonna get whistled for the foul. The Duke crew can't believe it. We'll have to take a look at the replay to see what the official saw. Nice pass there by Tanner.
Ooh. That's tight, that's tight.
Absolutely, so.
Looks straight up to me, but I'm not wearing the stripes tonight, so.
Absolutely, and like I always say, Andy and I, we get paid to talk, not paid to officiate, so we'll just stay right over here. There's our first media timeout of the evening. However, Andy and I will stay in-house basically all night long, so if you're sick of hearing our voices, I guess just hit the mute button, but we'd prefer you don't. Either way, some early stats for you. Christopher Newport, so you got to refresh the stats page first, probably would help out. Christopher Newport did jump out to that 7-0 run and really, I mean, took the DeVos Fieldhouse by storm early on here.
Yeah, I mean, it was quiet early on. I mean, a lot of energy to start, and then all of a sudden, Hope's down 7-0. Fans didn't know what to do. Team didn't really know what to do, but, you know, good for Hope by settling down and getting in a groove and getting this thing back to 9-6.
That's right, and Christopher Newport, of course, traveling all the way from just outside of Washington, D.C. and Newport News, and I mean, good for them. It's never easy. I know that when you're at the national tournament, or in the national tournament rather, you have the week to prepare as you advance from round to round, but still, it can't be easy to travel across the country, come to a place that many of these girls have probably never been, and prepare to play one of the best teams in the country. But jumping out right away, and it's very clear that head coach Bill Broderick and his assistant coaches have these girls ready to play.
Yeah, and like you said, new place for a lot of these girls, especially coming into a hostile environment like DeVos Fieldhouse, where there's 3,000 people here, and they're getting loud and rowdy, and they're not on your side, so. As the Duke crew heckles.
Kirkland hit the line, right? First one won't go from Kirkland, and once again, the Dew Crew, as we call them here at DeVos Fieldhouse, in full voice, the student section. Kirkland, second one on the way, silences the crowd by knocking that one down. Tolbert's inbound. She finds Voskuhl. Once again, full court press is on. Here's Swift trying to beat the press, and she gets it across to Russell. Russell running right at the basket with the right hand, and she's fouled on the way up. So now Kayla Russell at the line to shoot two. We're going to get number 15 for that one. That'll be Jasmine Bonneville.
That is her second, team's fifth.
Russell at the line. First one up, won't go. Still 10-6 here in favor of the Captains. Second one from Russell, up, also won't go, and the rebound is pulled down by Porter. And here's Tanner with it. Tanner backdoor cut to Kirkland, and Voskuhl with the block. And now the ball on the floor, and we're gonna get a tie-up as Kirkland with the extra effort, and this one will stay with the Captains.
Well, we've seen it all year from Voskuhl.
Oh, my apologies. They're giving this one back to, back to the Dutch. Arrow pointing towards the home team. Christopher Newport still leads by 4. Here's Swift. Now Tolbert. Tolbert gets it across to Russell. Russell back to Swift. Now Tolbert. Tolbert guarded by Fancher. Tolbert driving. Now steps away. Finds Voskuhl. Down low to Thomas. Thomas left hand. Great pass by Olivia Voskuhl. And a great finish by Ashley Thomas. Two freshmen link up for the Dutch. It's 10-8. Outside is Dufresne. Underneath, outside, Tanner for 3. Up and good. Zara Tanner knocks it down, 13-10. The junior guard out of Virginia. Tolbert goes to Russell on the wing. Back to Tolbert. Tolbert calls the play. Now Swift. Thomas with it. Back to Tolbert. 8 to shoot. Great defense here by the Captains. Tolbert from outside. Up and good. Erica Tolbert with ice in her veins knocks it down. 13-11.
Big response by the Dutch there.
Here's Christopher Newport the other way. Tanner wants another one. Won't go. Rebound. Tipped around. Nice play there. And another block by Voskuhl. Tolbert on the ground. Gets it to Thomas. And Thomas had to have walked, and she did.
Fans want a foul here, but I don't know if there's enough contact to get one there.
I don't think so, as we see a little bit of a replay there. And I believe the starting 5 are going to be back on the floor for the Dutch, as Newman, Kennedy Schoonveld, Frankie Buchanan, Jackie Schwartz, as well as Madison Gears are back out there for the Dutch. Tanner will inbound. Well,
good minutes there by that second unit for the Dutch. Getting it back to 2 points, or keeping it to 2 points, I should say. A couple blocks.
Nice pass there by Tanner, finding Micah Maloney underneath. Blocked there by Schoonveld out of bounds, so Tanner will inbound once more for the Captains. Straightaway shot won't go. Rebound pulled down by Newman, and then a foul right away. This one on, I think they're gonna get Tanner. She can't believe it. I have to agree with her. I think I would have gotten Micah Maloney, but Tanner's gonna pick up her second and in turn find the bench. So that'll be the 5th foul on the visitors, and with 2:41 left in the first quarter, Hope College has entered into the double bonus. As Lauren Newman, I think, had a contact fall out, so she's getting a little bit of help from the athletic trainers in the corner there.
As you mentioned, Hope already in the bonus, and that's kind of the risk versus reward when you come out pressing like they did. Caught a couple fouls early, and Now Hope's going to get to shoot some free throws here for the rest of the quarter.
Still waiting on Lauren Newman to return to the game. And now Selena King is going to check in for Newman, and she'll shoot the free throws. So Selena King will shoot the free throws for 23 Lauren Newman. First one on its way, up and good. Second one from King, up and good, knocks it down. Tie game, 13-13, and with 2:40 to go, the Captains bring it back across. It's 21, Fancher with it. Hands off to Dufresne. Finds Porter, and a foul there by Buchanan. And Frankie Buchanan picking up her second foul here in the first quarter. And Olivia Voskuhl will check back in for Frankie Buchanan. So foul trouble once more for Hope's preseason All-American, Frankie Buchanan. Fancher, guarded by Gears. Fancher drives, finds Maloney, my apologies, and Maloney's got her third basket of the night with 6 points. There's King, gets it across the timeline, but it's swatted out of bounds there by Dufresne. Gears gets it into King. Schwark puts it on the floor. Back to Schoonveld. Schoonveld coming off the screen, spinning through the paint, back outside to Schwark. Schwark, extra pass to King. King for a three, up and good. Selena King. I call her the sharpshooter out of Cincinnati, and there she's proving the nickname to be true. What a play.
Big sequence there
by
for the
Madison
Dutch.
Gears. Falling out of bounds, knocks it off of the Christopher Newport player. We get a substitution. That's 22, Madison Howdyshell.
Real heady play there by Gears, falling out of bounds. Make sure to keep the ball for the Dutch.
Schoonveld brings it across, gets it to Voskuhl. Voskuhl to Schwark. Schwark left hand, that one won't go. Rebound tipped around, and it'll go back to the Captains. So the Dutch trying to break through the press, but Christopher Newport still having opportunities, and for the first time this evening, they're going to slow it down and run an offensive set. Here's Maloney with the left hand. Nice pass, but thought it was just a little bit too far ahead. Thought there was a walk, but nothing doing. Now Jackie Schwartz comes away with the steal, and Kennedy Schoonveld will bring it across for the Dutch. Schoonveld working on Dufresne. Schoonveld outside to Schwartz. Has King coming off the screen. Schwartz spinning, right hand. What a move by Jackie Schwartz. Up and under, and a timeout called now by head coach Bill Broderick. 30-second timeout. DeVos Fieldhouse is on its feet. And a chance for Andy and I to take a quick break. So my apologies for not getting the stats to you in real time. It appears that our live stats page is having a few issues, at least on our website. So we will get those to you as soon as possible, and I won't get my printout until the quarter break. What I can tell you is that it's been a fast-paced, back-and-forth game so far through one. 51.9 seconds to go. Christopher Newport University, Hope College. The Captains trail the Dutch by 3. It's 18-15. Excuse me there as Christopher Newport and the Captains will inbound. Here's Thomas. Thomas off the screen, tries to get it down low, picked off by Voskuhl. Here's Schoonveld. Hands it back to Selena King. King brings it across, crossover dribble, finds Gears. Gears straight away. Guarded by Thomas, puts the ball on the floor now. Goes all the way to the basket, right hand, lots of contact, no whistle, and Thomas comes down with the rebound. 20 seconds to go, shot clock turned off, and Dufree resets. Goes to Thomas, Thomas caught in the corner now. Somehow gets it back to Fancher, and with 10 seconds to go, Fancher is going to look for the last shot of the quarter. Hands it off to Thomas. Thomas gets baseline, outside to Dufree. Dufree with 3 seconds, hesitates, right hand, that one goes. And that should do it for the first quarter, and it does. So just 1 point to separate these teams at the end of one, as the Dutch lead by 1 point, 18-17, over the captains of Christopher Newport. Get some highlights for you at the end of one. It was the captains jumping out to that 7-0 lead in the first. The Dutch responding well, as we see Kennedy Schoonveld, who scored the first basket there for the Dutch, and Frankie Buchanan underneath as well. That one shielded by the official, but same result. Heather Randall, of course, the and one, a big play in this first half, and it was Tanner shooting lights out from outside, which kept the captains in this one. And then Selena King from outside, like I mentioned, the sharpshooter from Cincinnati, and that will do it for our first quarter highlights. Here inside DeVos Fieldhouse, a cold night in Holland, Michigan. So, Andy, I thought spring was just around the corner, and I've been wrong before. I definitely should not go. My dreams of becoming a weatherman died a long time ago, I will say that. And so as we move in through March, again, a full house inside DeVos Fieldhouse for all intents and purposes. Hope College's dance marathon going on campus, so great to see as many students out here as there are. And if you're unaware of the Holland community, well, I'll let you know that they always show out. And they are here and in full voice. But I also want to mention plenty of those from Christopher Newport making the long trip from Virginia. So plenty of blue in the stands. And not the navy blue that we're used to seeing, but a royal blue belonging to that of the captain's loyal fans. Back underway. Here's a nice pass down to Maloney. Maloney right hand. Great finish. He got free, and you can't let Michael Maloney get free. She'll punish you.
Well, you're exactly right. I mean, the Dutch are going to have to find a cure for that, I guess, as we barely get across half court. Wow.
Newman gets trapped, gets it to Schoonveld. Schoonveld somehow breaks away, gets to the Voskuhl. Voskuhl jumper, that one up and good. So the Holland Christian connection still alive. Kennedy Schoonveld to Olivia Voskuhl. She knocks it down. Fancher picks up her dribble, guarded by Newman. Dufresne with it. Picks up her dribble. Gets it down to Maloney, and a turnover there as Maloney just took it up and then forgot what she was doing with the basketball. Zara Tanner checks back in, as well as Sam Porter. And all props to the Christopher Newport University captains, because they are staying in this full court press. And here's a pass, that one just over the head of Heather Randall, directly in front of Andy and I. And that one will go back to the captain. So there's one of the first turnovers that is forced by the full court press. And Zara Tanner, the junior guard, standing at 5'5", brings it across for the captains. Tanner guarded tightly by Newman. Lost the basketball, and now bodies on the floor, no foul called. Newmanhausen gets it off to Randall, and then there's a foul. This one from behind, called on Dufresne.
Those pesky little guards from Hope getting their hands in on that ball.
Absolutely. Kata Wright subs in for Kiana Kirkland, who seems to be a little bit shaken up. Yeah, and a carry called there on Lauren Newman, Andy, and that one was no real surprise. Just was stumbling her way across the timeline and then just dragged that one over with her.
Yep, thought she might have gotten away with it, but the ref caught it there at the last second, and have Christopher Newport ball here.
Here's Tanner. Porter puts it on the floor, kicks outside. Makeda Wright for three, won't go. Rebound pulled down by Maloney. And wow, what a play by Maloney. Grabs the board, takes it up, and gets the basket. And then a foul right away by Makeda Wright.
Well, and that's where Hope's going to be missing Frankie Buchanan in foul trouble on
Absolutely.
Maloney, because Voskuhl, as good as she is, kind of a thin frame. So Maloney's really been backing her down, bullying her there in the post. So look for Frankie Buchanan to get back in there and shut her down.
Here's Gears on the wing, and a foul there by Tanner as she got her in the air. And that'll be the third foul on Christopher Newport as we're not even 2 minutes into this second quarter. Checking back in is Mackenzie Fancher. Yeah, just to go back to Maloney, only a sophomore, but she stands at 6'1". And she, like you said, she has to have about 20 pounds of pure muscle on Olivia Voskuhl. Really an athletic build for Maloney. And like you said, she is most certainly strong in the post. Here's Newman, guarded tightly there by Fancher. And now Newman brings it across. Schoonveld coming off the screen. Goes cross court to Randall. Now down low to Voskuhl. Voskuhl putting the ball on the floor. Back out, and this one's going to be a backcourt violation. No foul called, and run all the way out of bounds to the opposite baseline. And Christopher Newport will have it underneath their own basket. Rather, the basket they're attacking.
Hey, a lot to be said by Christopher Newport's defense is absolutely suffocating right now.
And they're just not stopping Andy. Here's
They're
Sam
not.
Porter, puts it on the floor, and another block by Olivia Voskuhl, her third of the game. Here's Newman with it.
Hope not to be outdone
Absolutely.
on the defensive end.
Newman brought it across. Could have been a 10-second violation. Don't know if you were watching the shot clock at home. Victoria Swift leaves it for Newman. With 5 to shoot, Newman pulls up. That three up won't go. Rebound comes down eventually to Maloney. She ripped it out of the hands of Kennedy Schoonveld. And here's Fancher bringing it the other direction. Dufree, head fake, right hand up and won't go. Tipped around, grabbed down. Thought Porter was going to have it, but she knocked it out of bounds. And another substitution. As Jessica Dagia is back into the game. My apologies for the mispronunciation on that name earlier to Jessica and her family, but listening intently to Darren, our in-house announcer, to get the correct pronunciation down. Here's Newman. Schoonveld spinning away from the defense. Double team, back to Swift. Swift puts it on the floor. 8 to shoot. Schoonveld on the wing, goes cross court to Newman. Newman thought she was going to put it up, gets it off at the buzzer, and we're going to get a blocking foul called as Lauren Newman runs right at the defense. And that will be on Sam Porter.
That is her second, team's fourth.
Makeda Wright can't believe it. She's the one that took all the contact there. So the officials missed that one. That one from Lauren Newman won't go. Just left a little bit short.
For the captains, number 5, Gianna Kirkland. Also number 22, Madison Todisha.
My apologies, yeah, Sam Porter. That one from Newman also won't go, and the rebound is eventually grabbed by Fancher. Here's Wright. Wright goes all the way out to Kirkland. Kirkland guarded tightly by Schoonveld. Here's Wright, puts it on the floor, and a hand check foul on Victoria Swift. That'll be the first on the Dutch of the quarter and the first on Swift.
Home College foul number 4, Victoria Swift. That is her first, team's first. Entering the lineup for the Flying Dutch, number 10, Lauren Kirkland, 22, Jacqueline Short, 24, Kayla Russell, and 25, Ashley Thomas.
Makeda Wright inbound, she finds Fancher, guarded there by Russell. Howdy Shell, holding, gets it off to Kirkland. Kirkland outside, and that one from Fancher, up and good. Mackenzie Fancher knocking it down from outside. Now coming away, maybe with the steal. Tolbert got it back and gives it to Russell, who brings it across into the front court. Russell holds the ball overhead, goes to Ashley Thomas. Thomas wheeling and dealing, left hand, won't go. Rebound put down by Doyth. And McKay to right. Touch pass. Gets down to Kirkland and then touched out of bounds. Thought it was off the captains, and certainly so did Kayla Russell. But this one is going back to the captains, at least until this conference is over, between the officials. And now it's going back to the Dutch. So don't know if we got a replay of that one, guys, but if we could take a look and maybe we could see what we're talking about. If not, no worries. Here's Tolbert's inbound. Tolbert now brings it across. Hands it off to Russell. Swift with it. Goes cross court to Russell. Russell gets the screen from Thomas. Lots of contact there and got the ball off, and Thomas stepped out of bounds. So kind of a crazy sequence there as Kayla Russell fell out of control, trying to get the ball back to Ashley Thomas. Quick shout out underneath. That's Sam Albritton, men's soccer player, along with me, Andy Fortier, here at Hope College. So shout out to Sam for doing a great job cleaning the floors.
I'm sure he'll be excited if he watches this back that you gave him a shout out.
I'm sure he will too. Right now he's not looking too excited, but nonetheless, here's Christopher Newport after the turnover by the Dutch. Howdy Shell, a whistle, and a foul underneath on 25, Ashley Thomas. Didn't see what happened after the ball. Andy Fortier, did you?
I didn't.
And so there's a timeout. That'll do it.
So with about 5 minutes left here in this second quarter, give you an update on some stats. Score stands: Christopher Newport 24, Hope 20. Christopher Newport shooting 10 of 20 from the field, 50%. 3 of 6 from three-point, that's 50%. And free throws, 1 of 2, 50%. So lots of consistency there on Christopher Newport's end on shooting. Hope's 8 for 17, that's 47%. 2 of 4 from 3, 50% as well. And free throws, that's where we're really hurting here, at 2 of 7 for 28.6%.
Just got word from the NCAA affiliate sitting behind us. Another upset in the NCAA Tournament Sweet 16. Texas Baptist Christian took care of St. Thomas out of Minnesota. St. Thomas, one of the host teams in the tournament this year, one of the top seeds, and they're knocked out. So crazy things happen during tournament time.
Yeah, well, we talked about it last game here, Steve. March Madness is not just for D1 men's. It goes all the way down to D3 as well, and on the women's side as well. So,
absolutely.
I mean, we saw a crazy game last game between Thomas More and unranked Gustavus Adolphus. Went right down to the wire. So anything can happen here in these tournament games.
Absolutely. Here's an inbounds pass, but the rebound after the missed shot comes down to Ashley Thomas, and the Dutch will take over. Tolbert gets it to Russell. Russell stops and finds Schwartz. Schwartz blowing past the defender, right hand. Thought she got the and one again, however, does not this go around, and she'll be at the line to shoot 2.
Let's see if Hope can settle down here and put down some free throws. It's really been their Achilles heel here in the early goings. This streak continues here. It's going to be tough to win games in March, not hitting your free throws.
Second one on its way from Schwartz. Up and good. McKay to right, brings it across. Inside, nice pass, and that one almost went up the backwards end of the basket. I don't even know how to describe that, Andy.
Yeah, interesting shot there. Almost went back through the hoop the wrong way.
Yeah, right, there you go. So Howdy Show grabs her own miss, though, and is able to put it in the right way. So here's Swift, 26-21. Captain's up, 20 to shoot for the Dutch, 4:13 until the halftime break. Tolbert has Swift, backdoor cut. Nice little feed, but the extra dribble cost Victoria Swift a couple points, and then you thought there was a travel there, but nothing called by the officials, and now a chance here for Christopher Newport to extend the lead. They do, 28-21. So a missed call maybe by the officials, and Christopher Newport taking advantage, and then a foul. Makeda Wright, she's gonna get called for her second.
Captain's foul, number 2, Makeda Wright.
Boy, do these captains play aggressive. My goodness.
Absolutely. And now Victoria Swift at the line to shoot 2 again. And like Andy was mentioning earlier, let's see if the Dutch can figure things out at the free throw line. If there's one girl to do it, it's Victoria Swift. Victoria Swift knocks down the first. Here's a replay look at that foul. From that angle, didn't look very incriminating as far as Makeda Wright should be concerned. Swift is up and good. So she knocks down both. Devin Bird into the game for the first time this evening. Senior forward. Mackenzie Fancher brings it across and hands off to Bird. Bird with the right hand, finishes strong, going right past Gears. Nice take there by Devin Bird, and she gets her name on the score sheet with a basket. Selena King tries to go inside, and that one's just taken right away by Christopher Newport. Here's Fancher. Fancher hands it back to Dufree. Dufree thought about it, but now elects to put it on the floor, going towards the basket. Back outside to Fancher. Fancher for 3. That one up and good. Mackenzie Fancher, and she is shooting brilliantly from outside. It's 33-23. Christopher Newport with their largest lead of the game now at 10 points. King finds Schwartz. Schwartz goes across to Gears. Gears puts it on the floor, pass to Free, off the glass. Don't know how she got that one to go, but she did. It's 33-25.
Yeah, big bucket by the senior right there to get her team settled down.
Fancher with it. Ball in a play, guarded by Gears. Fancher has a lane to the basket, but elects to kick out. Back to Bird. Bird right hand underneath, blocked by Voskuhl, her 4th block of the game. A handful of substitutions here. We'll see Maloney as well as Bonneville and also Kirkland into the game. And then Lauren Newman is back into the game for the Dutch. Selena King takes a break. Fancher to inbound. Gets this one off, finds Kirkland. Kirkland, step back, 4-3, up. That one misses everything and stays in bounds somehow. And then tapped out of bounds by Dufree. And Jasmine Norman checks into the game, as far as I'm concerned, for the first time this evening. Freshman out of Chesterfield, Virginia. Schwartz takes a seat, and Ashley Thomas back into the game. Lauren Newman to inbound. She gets it right back. Now gets the Gears. Newman brings it into the front court, finds Thomas. Thomas puts it on the floor, now picks up her dribble. Nowhere to go. Has to get it off to Voskuhl, and it's tapped out of bounds by Voskuhl. And Maloney communicating with her head coach there, Broderick. And now the captains bring it the other direction. They lead by 8. Fancher, that one tapped out of bounds by Gears, as she jumped the pass that was intended for Norman. Dufresne to inbound. Just hands it right over to Newman. Newman right at Fancher. What a move by Lauren Newman. The Euro step is alive, Andy Fortier.
Big bucket by the freshman. Wow, DeVos is on its feet here.
Captains by 6. Dufresne, and one won't go. Bailey Dufresne driving right through the paint. They get 20. Kennedy Schoonveld on the foul, and Bailey Dufresne will be at the line to shoot 2.
That is her first. Team's third.
First one from Dufresne, up and good. Calm, cool, and collected.
Entering the lineup for the Captains, number 2, Kayla Wright.
Second one from Dufresne, up and good. So I'd like to give a shout out once again to all, just about 3,000 viewers of our basketball game online on our YouTube live stream as we approach halftime with 1:38 as Laura Newman brings it across the timeline. Newman, wheeling and dealing, runs right at Maloney. That one off the glass. Rebound pulled down by Voskuhl, who lost the basketball ball on the floor. Voskuhl has it, and now there's a whistle. And she got the timeout off. So the freshman, Olivia Voskuhl, somehow got a timeout called.
I was deceiving a little bit. The ref started pointing
In the direction,
Newport
yeah, right.
basket. I was a little confused there, but
Thought that one was going back to the Captains, but instead, we have a quick break. So now, with 1:25 left until the break, Christopher Newport leads by 8. Quick shout out, I have to give it a shout out to another Sam on the soccer team here at Hope, Sam Mason, studying abroad in Washington, D.C., so right near Christopher Newport University, working on Capitol Hill this semester, a housemate of mine, good friend as well. Hi to Sam. When they don't let us do commercials, we've got to have something to fill the time, and when you've got friends listening to the game, that's an easy way to do it, Andy. So,
yeah, exactly. Always fun. Comment if you want a shout out. By the way. We're looking through the comments
yeah, speaking
here.
of our comments, we are just getting berated with comments, and this game is promoted on YouTube, so again, representing the NCAA, not always Hope College. Here's Voskuhl, left hand, won't go. Rebound pulled down by Maloney. Backdoor cut, defense there by Voskuhl, and that one, again, Andy, I think that one was clearly touched out by Maloney, and it'll stay with Christopher Newport. So here we got to look at the replay. I don't know if you'll be able to see it here. Too close to tell.
Yeah, and we'll at DeVos Fieldhouse here.
Yeah.
It's going to be very biased towards the
Absolutely.
Dutch, so.
That's right. So with 22 to shoot in a minute and 8 seconds until the halftime break, Christopher Newport will inbound. Fancher finds Dufresne. Dufresne jumper from about 15, knocks it down. Lauren Newman finds Thomas. Back to Newman. Now Gears. Newman has to get this one across. Newman splitting the defense. Nice job by the freshman. Finds Gears in transition. Gears back to Voskuhl. Across to Schoonveld. Schoonveld for 3. Up, won't go. Back iron, and this one will run out of bounds, and Gears takes a seat in the front row as she was trying to save that one off of Bailey Dufresne. Instead, Makeda Wright will inbound for the women in blue, the Christopher Newport University Captains. Fancher with it. Hands it off to Dufresne. Dufresne with the lane to the basket. Nice pass inside. Howdy Shell won't go. Rebound by Howdy Shell. Takes it up, and the foul. This one on Thomas. That'll be her second. And Howdy Shell at the line shooting 2. DeVos Fieldhouse. Well, at least the Duke crew chanting, "Not my ref." First one won't go from Howdy Shell.
Into the line for the Captains, number 23, Jackson Norman.
Second one on its way from the Howdy Shell. Knocked down, 38-27, largest lead of the game for Christopher Newport by 11. Here's Ashley Thomas, nice pass to Gears, cross court. Gears, fake pass, takes it up, and that one just stripped away. Nice play there by Micah Maloney, working on the defensive end as well. Pass down to Maloney. Maloney, right hand, blocked by Voskuhl, and now Newman bringing it the other direction. It's a track meet. Newman going to Schoonveld. Schoonveld able to save that. 10 seconds to shoot. Voskuhl, 7 seconds. Not sure if they're aware. 5 to shoot until halftime. Gears puts it up off the glass, won't go. Thomas puts it back up and it won't go. And at the halftime break, it's the Christopher Newport University Captains who lead by 11, 38-27. We'll be back in about 15 minutes. Enjoy some halftime highlights, and we'll see you soon. Don't go anywhere.
Fans, you can take home the souvenir from today's game. Visit the NCAA merchandise stand located in the concourse of the DeVos Fieldhouse for great championship gear and memorabilia. All your sports, all the time. You can download the official NCAA Sports app right now. Available on Android, iPhone, and iPad. And did you know that more than 50,000 student athletes compete in championships at more than 800 sites across the country annually? Find a championship near you. Visit ncaa.com/tickets. Here are your individual scoring stats in the first half. First with Christopher Newport. Number 32, Anitra Thomas. Number 20, Devin Berger. Number 15, Jasmine Oliver. All with 2 points. Number 22, Madison Howdy-Shell. And number 3, Sarah Tamp, both with 3 points. Number 5, Hannah Kirkland with 1 point. Number 4, Bailey DeFree with 6 points. Number 21, Mackenzie Fancher with 9 points. The team of the game high honors for number 42, Michael Maloney, leading away for the captains in the first half with 10 points. For the Flying Dutch, number 21, Francesca Buchanan. Number 12, Madison Gears. Number 20, Kennedy Schoonveld. Number 23, Lauren Newman. Number 4, Victoria Swift. Number 5, Olivia Voskuhl. Number 25, Ashley Thomas. And number 33, Trevor Randall, all with 2 points. Number 22, Jacqueline Schwartz. And number 10, Erica Tolbert, both with 3 points. The team high honors number 32, Sally McKinney, leading the way for the Flying Dutch in the first half with 5 points.
Back inside DeVos Fieldhouse, once again, Steve Binning alongside Andy Fortier, bringing you second half action from our second NCAA tournament, Sweet 16, Division III women's matchup between Hope College and Christopher Newport University. Hope College, of course, the hosts, as you've already heard here tonight. As we are broadcasting live from DeVos Fieldhouse, just outside Holland, Michigan. Hope, trailing by 11, will have the first possession of the second half. And Lauren Newman will bring it across for the Dutch. Here's Schoonveld, goes to Buchanan. Buchanan down low, tries to go baseline, and that one just thrown out of bounds as Madison Gears let that one run out of bounds. May have thought that there was a deflection, but the first possession of the game only lasts the first possession of the second half only lasts 11 seconds and ends in a turnover for the Dutch. Here's Mackenzie Fancher. Fancher spinning, guarded by Newman. Left hand, backdoor cut. Nice pass outside, and then we're going to go walk called. This one on Thomas. Now here's Newman, going cross court to Schoonveld. The Dutch break the press. Schoonveld goes cross court back to Newman, now to Schwark. Schwark from about 18, that one up and good. Jackie Schwark knocks it down.
It looks like Coach Mo made some adjustments there to try to break that press, so that one looked good. See if they can keep it up in the second half.
Here's Dufresne, lost the basketball. Lauren Newman takes it away with the help of her teammate, Kennedy Schoonveld. And now Newman brings it across, hands off to Gears. Finds Schoonveld. Schoonveld on the wing. Now to the top of the perimeter, goes inside. Left hand, nice finish. Kennedy Schoonveld, 38-31. The Dutch on a 4-0 run. Kennedy Schoonveld has 4. Dufresne with it, kicks back outside. Maloney thought about it. Now inside, and a walk by Sam Porter. Frustration there by Porter. Dutch with an opportunity to get back into this ball game here early on in the second half. Here's Gears. Newman to Schoonveld. Now Gears finds Schwark inside. Schwark turns, faces the basket, and lost the basketball. Nice play by Maloney to get it off to Dufresne. Thomas steps inside the perimeter, hands it back. Fancher with it. Right hand, won't go. Rebound. Tipped around, grabbed by Buchanan. Buchanan gets that one to Gears, and Gears goes up to Schoonveld. Schoonveld has Newman, and Schoonveld with the left hand takes it up, and she's fouled. And now Schoonveld will be at the line to shoot 2. Kennedy Schoonveld, freshman out of Zeeland, a product of Holland Christian. First one on its way up and good. She's got 5 and a near full platoon switch here. As Jessica Digeel back into the game, as well as Zara Tanner. Kirkland's back out there. And the final of that being Madison Howdyshell. Kennedy knocks down the second. It's a 5-point game. Here's Dufresne with it. Dufresne, crossover, stops at the free throw stripe. That one rattles home. Nice move there by Bailey Dufresne. She's got 8. Here's Gears, finds Schoonveld. Schoonveld back to Gears. They get it across into the front court, and here's Newman. Back to Gears. Now Schoonveld. Schoonveld goes baseline right at the defense, puts it up, no foul called. Nice defense there by Digeel. Underneath the basket is Howdyshell, unguarded, and in transition, the Dutch are punished by the captains. 42-33, back to a 9-point game. Gears finds Schwark. Schwark back to Gears. 20 to shoot. Gears with the lane to the basket, right hand, just blows right past Tanner and lays it in. 42-35. Here's Tanner with it. Tanner running at Newman. Out to Howdy Shell. Howdy Shell goes to Schoonveld and tons of contact. And Kennedy Schoonveld looks a little bit shaken up. And Schoonveld's gonna get called for the foul. She can't believe it. That's her second.
Teams first, entering the lineup for the Captains, number 21, Mackenzie Fincher.
Lucky to see both of those girls okay.
Yeah, that was a big collision there.
Yeah.
Number 4, Victoria Swift.
Howdy Shell outside. Hands it back to Fancher. Nice pass out to. That one won't go. That was number 4, Dufresne, and then a foul going to the back to the Dutch as Lauren Newman takes a tumble. And Kirkland's going to pick up the foul. So replay there. See the miss by Dufresne, and then yeah, just a leg grab really. There by Kirkland on. Here's Schoonveld. Gets it back to Newman. Now Newman goes cross court to Schwark. Schwark holds, back to Schoonveld. Schoonveld working at Dufresne, almost trapped. Back to Swift. Swift gets it to Newman. Newman inside the perimeter, skips past 2 defenders. A nice move there by Lauren Newman. Finishes off the easy basket. 5-point game, 6:15 left in the third quarter.
And that's exactly what Hope needs to do to break that intense pressure by the Captains.
Pass down low to Howdy Shell, rejected by Jackie Schwark.
And that doesn't hurt either. Swatting them on the other end. Great play there by Jackie Schwark.
Devin Bird back into the game, as well as Sam Porter. Nice pass there by Bird to Fancher, and Fancher knocks it down. She's got 11. Newman back to Swift. Swift hesitates, goes across to Newman. Newman brings it to Schoonveld. Schoonveld thought about the 3, has Buchanan. Nice pass, and Buchanan finishes with the left hand. A wise play by the freshman, Kennedy Schoonveld. A great pass underneath, and Frankie Buchanan finishes with the left hand. 44-39, Frankie's got 4. Here's Kirkland. Tipped out of bounds. This one will stay with Christopher Newport as Victoria Swift had some active hands. Erica Tolbert checks back in, as well as Makeda Wright on the other side. Dufresne will inbound. She finds Fancher. Fancher goes back to Bird. Bird with it, spinning. Stops, goes left. Finds Porter, nice Euro step, lots of contact, and that one goes out of bounds. Reading Porter's lips, she asked how that wasn't a foul. Have to agree, tons of contact, but it just goes out of bounds. Andy, what were you seeing there?
Yeah, I saw a straight up feet on the floor, so
Andy, you
maybe
know
a little
better
biased,
than I do.
but
Yep, absolutely. Here's Schoonveld, now Schwark.
great ball movement.
Schwark back to Swift, now Tolbert. The Dutch break the press again. Tolbert controls, guarded by Wright, picks up the basketball, has to get it off, gets it to Schwark. Schwark to Schoonveld. Schoonveld from distance thought about it, now puts it on the ground, and we're gonna get a foul. This one on Dufresne. And Bailey Dufresne's gonna pick up her 3rd, a big foul there.
Bailey Dufresne. That is her 3rd. Team's 3rd.
And a timeout here. Will turn into a full timeout. And we've got a few highlights to take a look at, so stay glued to the screen if you aren't already. Jackie Schwark finishing off from just inside the perimeter. On the other end, it was Dufresne driving through and then stopping and popping and getting the ball to roll home. The nice ball movement and then the fake by Lauren Newman, sending in the easy basket, and then Newman cross court to Schoonveld, who had the great pass down to Frankie Buchanan, and that will do it for our highlights so far. Also want to acknowledge what our in-house announcer Darren is acknowledging inside the DeVos Fieldhouse right now, and that would be the service men and women in attendance. Just a great thing to see so many people who stand up and have served our country so well and so selflessly. Here's a look at the Hope College Duke group. Currently sitting, but
taking a break. You know, as a Hope student, I'd really like them to get a little bit more involved here. It's been a little quiet.
Has been a little bit quiet, but
a little quiet for being the host team here. But I'm sure if we get a good sequence here, this place will be rocking.
Coming out of the timeout, 4:43 left in the third. Dutch with an inbounds play coming up under the basket that they are attacking. Tolbert with that responsibility. She gets to Gears. Gears gets the screen from Randall. Gears guarded by Wright. Wright really harassing Gears. Great defense. Swift lost the basketball. Now ball on the ground, and somehow Tolbert came out of it with the ball. Tolbert through the paint, and a foul there by Maloney. Maloney going for the tomahawk block, my apologies, and just caught some body before she got the basketball.
Hope lucked out right there. A couple bounces went their way. They got to hold on to the ball. See if they can capitalize on the free throw line here.
Tolbert, first one won't go. Remains a 5-point game. Here's a look at that as the ball actually came up and hit Tolbert in the face, and then she was able to come through with it somehow. And second look, Maloney got a ton of the basketball there, but definitely was a vicious block, and that's why we have Tolbert at the line. Second one doesn't go, and the free throws just aren't falling for the Dutch. Don't know the exact percentage. Andy, maybe you can figure that out for me. And here's Fancher. And we're going to get a foul this time on Tolbert.
That is her first, team's second.
Pass inside. Nice finish there by Michael Maloney. A reach there by Wright. She knew it right away. And that'll be the fourth. Makeda Wright picks up her third.
Number 2, Makeda Wright. That is her third. Team's fifth.
Well, if you're looking for free throw percentage there, Steve, we got
Thanks, Andy.
7 of 15, 46%. That's not gonna be okay with Coach Mo there, as they probably work on this just about every day. Victoria Swift, though, here to save the day. I think she might be perfect from the line so far.
Yeah, she knocks down the first of 2 this go-around. Second one on its way, rattles home. So Victoria Swift, she's got 4. Fancher driving, and she runs right at Tolbert, and Tolbert's going to pick up another foul. That's her second. Fancher's at the line to shoot 2. First one from Fancher up and good. Second one up and good also from Fancher. Tolbert's got to get this in. She does.
Wow,
somehow
that felt
got it
like
to
a long
Swift.
time.
That was a long 5 seconds. Now Swift needs to get it across. She does. Gets it to Gears. Gears with it. Back to Swift. Swift through the paint. Right hand won't go. Rebound by Frankie Buchanan and the putback. Nice play there.
Frankie Buchanan is back in the game, and she's making an impact here.
And now a foul here underneath. Victoria Swift going to pick up the foul, and Makeda Wright going to the line. She'll shoot 2.
That is his second, team's 4th.
So Christopher Newport already in the bonus here. 3:37 remaining in the third quarter.
Entering the lineup for the Captains, number 5, Keanu Kirkland.
Second one from Wright, up and good. Christopher Newport now to the 50-point mark. 50-43. Olivia Voskuhl checks back in for the Dutch. Gears gets it to Tolbert. That one tipped by Wright. Now Voskuhl. Voskuhl with it, puts it on the floor. Nice move by Olivia Voskuhl. She just shimmied past Maloney. Lays it in. But Christopher Newport coming the other way. Makeda Wright pulls up. That one up, won't go. Rebound comes down to Voskuhl. Voskuhl gets it off to Tolbert. A quick break here for Tolbert. Fancher looking for the charge, and she's going to get it. Nice play there by Fancher. Sets the feet, and the senior, Mackenzie Fancher. I have her statistics pulled up in front of me on my laptop, and let me tell you, she is leading the team like you wouldn't believe right now, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable.
And number 3, Sarah Tanner.
She only averages 7 a game, and she's got 13, Fancher does, as she takes a break. As Zara Tanner is back into the game. Tanner brings it across. Ball almost stripped away by Newman. Instead, Tanner gets a second effort at it. Gets it to the corner by Thomas. Now back to Tanner. 12 to shoot. Tanner calling for the screen. Now goes right through the paint. Nice pass outside. 3-ball up. Won't go. Rebound comes down to Newman. Kirkland couldn't get that one to fall. Now Newman. Hands off to Swift. Gets the screen from Randall. Swift going left all the way. Left hand won't go. Tipped around. Who's this going to? Going back to the captains. And with 2:32 left in the third, still plenty of basketball here to be played. Tanner with it. Goes inside the Porter, but that one tipped around by Randall. Here's Swift. Swift crossing, spinning. Not quite dealing, but definitely wheeling. Here's Swift. Now she's dealing. That one won't go. Rebound comes out to Voskuhl. Voskuhl right hand, can't get it to fall. Here's Tanner with it, bringing it across. She has an open teammate. Elects to pass her up. Nice pass there by Dufree underneath. And another block by Heather Randall. Here's Gears. With all the blue trailing, and she gets in one. Madison Gears knocks it down, and the foul. She'll be at the line to shoot one and try to complete the three-point play. It's 50-47, Christopher Newport.
Hope's going to need to use this momentum. They got the crowd back into it. Hopefully they stay on their feet, stay loud and buzzing. Give their team a boost here. And Gears, time and time again, making big shots. I don't care if it's late in the game, early in the game. She just hits big shots for her team when they need it. Here in the MIAA tournament, both overtime games in the semifinals and the finals hit huge shots down the stretch to propel her team to the MIAA championship, and she's doing it here again tonight.
Absolutely. Madison Gears knocks down the free throw. And once again, we've got a one-possession basketball game, Andy. Hold on to your horses, ladies and gentlemen. Gonna be a wild ride. Here's a kick to the corner. That one up, won't go. Rebound, tipped around, and a foul. This one on Porter as she bumps into Thomas. Porter picks up her third. And will take a walk down to the other end of the court, where Ashley Thomas will shoot two. We're going to see Bailey DeFreen back into the game.
And here's where Hope can turn it around after they've struggled at the line all game here in the third quarter, late in the third quarter, down only 2. If they can right the ship here.
Ashley Thomas knocks down the first. First one won't, or second one rather, won't go. That would have tied it up. And it's still 50-49, Christopher Newport. Here's DeFreen with it. DeFreen, left, now right. Back to Fancher. Fancher catches, going right through the paint, hands it off. Pass underneath, that one tipped around, eventually comes to Bird. Bird back outside, shot up, won't go. Rebound tipped around, grabbed by Voskuhl, and a reach. They get DeFreen for the foul.
And it's deafening in here, oh my goodness.
That's the fourth on DeFreen. So Olivia Voskuhl, the freshman now, with a chance to tie and then take the lead. First one from Voskuhl, up and good.
And I think this is a smart move here by Coach Mo. He's not putting anybody down to rebound, leaving everybody else back except for the shooter to try and counter that that quick attack that Newport does. They inbound the ball right away and they're going. So get his team back and set up on defense.
Right. Olivia Voskuhl knocks it down. The Hope Flying Dutch have the lead for the first time since they led 20-19 in this one. Under a minute to go in the third. Here's Fancher.
We might have to speak up the rest of the game here.
Outside to Bonneville. And a ball turned over. This one back to the Dutch. It was Makeda Wright who lost it. Newman brings it across. 35 seconds to go in the quarter. 20 to shoot for the Dutch. Newman to Schoonveld. Schoonveld right, left. Right hand won't go. Tipped around. Comes down to Bird. Bird brings it across. She's being chased by 2 Dutch. It's Thomas with it. Back outside to right. And Fancher will hold for the final shot. And with 10 seconds to go in the quarter, it's Fancher guarded by Newman. Fancher back to the basket. 4, 3, pass inside. That one's tipped, taken away by Voskuhl, and that'll do it for the third. The Dutch have the lead, and lots of contact at the end of the quarter. Nothing doing. Crowd on its feet. The boos rain down. And highlights to come. My goodness gracious. I'm going to turn my mic off and take a break. Enjoy the highlights. Welcome back inside the Voss Fieldhouse as we see the Duke crew rowing. Tradition here at Hope College. You know what, Andy Fortier? It's a good life, man.
Hey, this is a blast. I'm having so much fun down here. You can't beat DeVos Fieldhouse. I've said it time and time again, and I know this is supposed to be a little bit of a
unbiased broadcast.
Neutral broadcast, but you know, you can't beat it. It's one of the best in D3, and this is the best atmosphere I've seen at a women's game in a while. So this is awesome, just awesome.
Taking a look at what's happening around the NCAA tournament on the women's side.
If you're using your phone to record parts of this game, your lights on your phone must be off.
An announcement inside as we've got some people who are recording the game with their flash on. Can't have that happen. Tufts, of course, defeated Messiah. It was Rochester over Rochester Tech. Thomas More over Gustavus, who we called earlier. East Texas Baptist over St. Thomas. Bowden over Scranton. Nice save here right in front of us. And now Fancher from outside. She got it to go. Mackenzie Fancher, the high arcing rainbow three. She gets it in. Don't know how that one fell. Here's Schoonveld. Back to Newman. What a shot. There by Fancher. Schoonveld. Jab step inside, nice pass to Buchanan. Buchanan, she gets the basket to go and ties it up, 53-53. Buchanan's got 8. High off the glass, how did that one go? Kirkland.
Wow, that was something else.
You gotta be kidding me. Schwark thought about the 3, back to Swift. Swift to Schwark, now Schoonveld. Inside to Buchanan. Buchanan right hand, what a finish there by Frankie Buchanan. That shot won't go, rebound by Buchanan. It was Kirkland trying again. Here's a pass to Schwark. Schwark able to catch and stop. Hands it off to Schoonveld, back to Schwark. Schwark all alone for 3, that one up. Won't go. Rebound tipped by Newman, out of bounds. Back to Christopher Newport. Wow, what a game we're seeing.
And you could feel everybody on the edge of their seat as that shot went up from Schwark. Wow. We're ready to explode here.
Entering the line of the captains, number 42, Angel Thomas. In the front of net, number 12, Madison Gears.
All tied up at 55. Here's Fancher, right hand, the runner won't go. Rebound, grabbed by Gears. Gets it up back to Tolbert. Schwark, who fell down behind the play, getting up and seems to be fine. Here's Tolbert with it. Down to Buchanan. Buchanan, a pump, now back to Schwark. Schwark outside, Gears for 3, that one up, won't go. Rebound, tipped around, and a foul called on Victoria Swift. She can't believe it, and the score remains 55-55. That's Swift's 3rd.
Both now it's foul number 4, Victoria Swift. That is her 3rd. Team's first.
Here's Fancher. Fancher left hand, that one won't go, tipped around. Comes back down to Christopher Newport. Porter. Left hand step, Euro step, and a travel called. I can't say I necessarily agree with that, but once again, I'm paid to talk, not paid to officiate. Wow.
Yeah, it just looked like a normal Euro step, but you know, sometimes it looks funky to the official and they're gonna blow their whistle.
Swift gets it to, Tolbert gets it to Gears. Here's Schwark on the outside. Gets the screen from Buchanan. Swift thought about the 3. Back to Gears. Gears right hand going right at Maloney, and a foul there, and Maloney's gonna pick up her 3rd. 7:04 to go. And it'll be Madison Gears at the line shooting 2.
Team's first.
First one from Gears, up and good.
Entering the line for the captains, number 3, Sarah Tanner.
Gears, second one, up and good. She's got 9. Porter underneath, an easy basket there. Sam Porter lays it in. Got your first basket of the evening.
Newport starting to back off a little bit. Only sent 1 across half court that time.
Pass inside, and that one taken away by Maloney. Here's Tanner. Tanner inside to Porter. Porter lost the ball, and that one touched out of bounds. Will stay with the captains.
Entering the line for the captains, number 30, Jessica David.
The one thing to keep an eye on here down the stretch is the subbing situation. Both teams have had a little bit of an interesting situation. Both teams playing about 10, 11 girls, so kind of out of the ordinary, but a couple deep benches.
Inbounds play to Porter. Back to Tanner. That one misses everything. Buchanan puts the ball on the floor. Goes to Tolbert, who spins away from Wright. And Wright gets called for the foul. That'll be her 4th.
Makita Wright. That is her 4th. Team's 2nd.
So look for yourself. Pass from Buchanan. Tolbert brings it across. Gets to Swift. Swift along 2. That one a little long. Won't go. Rebound pulled down by Voskuhl. Voskuhl tries to get it out. Has to put it up. And there's the 3-second violation. Called on Voskuhl. Just had nowhere to go. Head coach Bill Broderick with some choice words for the officials. Understandable, though.
I mean, he got his call. I really don't understand, but...
So it goes, so it goes. And a pass by Kirkland runs out of bounds, so back to the touch, still tied. This time it's at 57 with 5:55 exactly to go on the clock. Pass back to Gears, now Tolbert. Tolbert running at the trap, has to get it across. She does to Voskuhl. Voskuhl to Swift. Swift thought about the 3, now back to Tolbert. Tolbert to Voskuhl, to Buchanan. Buchanan at the elbow, puts it on the floor, running, spinning, right hand, that one up, rattles home. Frankie Buchanan gets it to fall. She's got 12. Tanner hands it off to Porter. Nice move underneath, and Porter, Sam Porter, has come to life here. Now here's Tolbert. Gears with it. Back to Tolbert. And Tolbert's got to get it across. And the 10-second violation is called. And Erica Tolbert, with a costly mistake, hands the ball back to Christopher Newport. And with 5:10 to play, it's tied at 59. Ball tipped out of bounds there by Lauren Newman. And now we get a media timeout as just under 5 minutes to go here in the final quarter. 59-59. We'll have some highlights for you once again. Once again, that pass down from Schoonveld, and Andy, this is what it's all about.
Yeah, both teams playing extremely, extremely hard and physical, and you know, you can't ask for much more from either of these teams. I mean, they are just getting after it out there.
Absolutely, and that's what we really love to see out of, I mean, two teams, and tons of energy, for all intents and purposes, I would argue that the officials have really been letting these girls play.
Yeah, I would
besides
totally
obvious
agree
shooting
for the
fouls.
most part. Other than a couple questionable calls, you know. But that happens. They're human.
It's been fairly consistent.
Yeah, I mean, this game has been really physical.
It has.
I mean, I like to watch, so that makes it just all the more interesting. And it's a lot better, I think, when the officials let a lot of that go rather than calling just about everything. So it's a lot more fun to watch anyways.
Both teams back out onto the floor here. Thomas goes to Tanner. Tanner, left hand, driving, blocked there by Buchanan, and Buchanan lost the ball and then was out of bounds.
Into the lineup for the Flying Dutch, number 25, Ashley Thomas.
But when the Dutch go marching in now, being sung here at DeVos Fieldhouse. Inbound to Sam Porter. Tanner makes a defender miss, but then gets her shot blocked.
Great
Gears.
recovery there by Newman.
Gears loses the basketball. Tanner on the ground. And Gears has to get rid of it, and somehow Victoria Swift came out with it. Swift has Thomas. Thomas from the wing back to Newman. Unbelievable. Here's Thomas with it. 8 to shoot. Hands off to Newman. Newman driving. Stepping back now. Swift puts it on the floor. Now putting it up. That one won't go. Rebound. Eventually comes down to Thomas. And there's a shot clock violation, but I think there was a change in possession there. And this one will go back to the captains. Head coach Bill Broderick is livid.
Well, the clock went off when Hope still had the ball. They were putting up a shot, so I don't really know why he's. Anyways,
Pass inside. That one doesn't go from Dygeel. Here's Gears with it. Voskuhl steps inside. That one up, won't go. Rebound tipped around. Comes down to Tanner. Neither team has scored in quite a while. Here's a three-point try. That one up, won't go. Rebound comes down to Gears. Gears surrounded by women in blue. Has Newman. Newman's got Voskuhl ahead, but elects to keep it herself. Runs at Porter. Left hand. She's fouled on the way up. And Porter's going to pick up her fourth.
Captain foul number 24, Sam Porter. That is her fourth, team's third.
Newman, the freshman from Flushing, at the foul line. She missed a couple shots earlier in the ball game. She's 67% on the season. First free throw for
Newman, the first one up and good. She knocks it down, 60-59.
there it is. Started off the game over 4 from the line, but looks like she's got things corrected here, knock on wood.
Newman with one more to try to make it a 2-point lead.
Newman, second one up and good. She's got 6. Dutch have 61. 61-59. Hope over Christopher Newport. The final 3 minutes and 15 seconds coming right at you. Here's Tanner. Kicks outside. Fancher misses badly. And then a foul underneath. I apologize, not a foul, just tipped out of bounds.
Better get across half
Gets it
court
to
here.
Gears. Here's
There we go.
Schoonveld. Tries to pass it to Frankie Buchanan, and that one was taken away. Here's Fancher with it. In transition. Leaves it for Dufresne. Dufresne right hand, left short. Rebound, out of bounds, and going back to the Dutch. Last touch by Maloney. And this one's taken away by Tanner. No foul called. Gears gets it across to Schoonveld. Schoonveld crosses the timeline. Goes underneath DeVosco, right hand, she missed the layup. And Fancher grabs the miss.
Oh boy.
Fancher down to Porter, and a timeout called by Bill Broderick.
He might have a beef here. Gears, lots
There was tons of contact,
on that
absolutely,
one.
yeah. I know that Andy and I have been trying to remain unbiased in both ways, but again, we're what, 60 feet from that hoop. We're closer to this one, so maybe the contact looks worse closer up, but I don't know. There was a lot of contact by Madison Gears there. Inbounds play coming up here after the timeout. It'll be Fancher inbounding the basketball for the Captains. And the Hope Flying Dutch back on the floor now with a 2-point lead. And a loud crowd behind them. Fancher to inbound. A foul underneath. This one on Frankie Buchanan. That'll be her third. Again, contact underneath. This time the officials see it and make the call. Here's Fancher. Fancher tries to get it in bounds, tipped around, ball on the floor. Back outside. Dufresne passed up the shot. Now Fancher goes baseline underneath. Nice pass and a good finish by Maloney. Gears gets it into Schoonveld. Gears again. Gears picks up the basketball. And a timeout called by Gears. And a timeout called here with 2:02 left.
And again, the troubles with the full court press. Ooh. Christopher Newport just relentless on that. Not giving Hope any time to breathe.
An update from what's happening around the country. Number 7 Shrine, the runners up in the MIAA this year, trailing number 2 Wartburg 45-24 at halftime. Of course, our game here, 61-61. And I believe those are all the games tonight. Tomorrow will be Tufts. Newman inbounds to Schoonveld. Nice catch there by Schoonveld. Now she lost the basketball, gets it back to Newman. Every possession counts at this point. Here's Gears. Down to Buchanan and a foul underneath. And Maloney gets called for a 4th foul.
Interesting there, they've been letting that go all night, I think. But again, that's big for Hope to get Maloney out of there.
Here's Voskuhl with it underneath the Buchanan.
See, that was
and
more
another
there,
foul,
yeah.
yep.
I thought that one was actually a foul. The first one on Maloney, maybe not, but that one, there was a lot of contact there.
And now Buchanan will be at the line to shoot two. And just like that, Sam Porter is fouled out of the basketball game.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for the captains. She had just started to come on strong, scoring a lot of points for them. But she'll take a seat and continue this game as a spectator.
Sam Porter, senior from Alexandria, Virginia, product of Mount Vernon. This could be the final game of her career. First one from Frankie Buchanan, up and good. Second one from Buchanan. Nothing but net. Buchanan knocks it down, 63-61, 1:40 to go. Here's Tanner. Lost the basketball, a jump ball, and that one belongs to the Dutch.
Great play there. I think that was Newman.
Take a look at the replay, and I'll let you know. Here's Tanner, yep. Newman, and wow.
Just takes it right
wrapped
out of
that
her
one up.
hands.
Almost got away with a clean steal.
Yeah. Great play by the freshman.
Inbound to Newman. Newman has to get it across. Gets to Swift. Swift, a bit of a hesitation, now puts it on the floor, brings it across. Gets it back to Newman. Newman, guarded by Wright. Goes right in. And a blocking foul called.
Ooh, that one could have gone either way.
Yes, it could have. I thought we were going to see the charge.
Yeah, little shuffle right at the end must have got him.
Let's see if we get a replay on that. Newman at the line to shoot two. The freshman from Flushing. First one won't go. Here's a look at the replay. For those of you at home. Ooh, that's close, Andy.
Yeah, I think what got, I don't know who that was for Christopher Newport down under their basket, but it looked like she was leaning back a little bit, trying to sell it, trying to draw it even before Newman got there. That might have had something to do with the call.
Second one from Newman, good. The basketball gods split it, 64-61. Tanner goes baseline, outside. For three, Dufresne knocks it down. Bailey Dufresne, 64-64. And Christopher Newport ties the game again.
Wow, that was a big shot, big shot.
Huge shot by Bailey Dufresne. Look at the replay, and cool as ever, cool as a cucumber, whatever you want to call it. She knocks it down from outside. First buzzer sounds, and number 2 on its way. And both of these teams will be finding their way back to the floor. Swift to inbound. Gets it to Newman, back to Swift. Swift finds Newman. Newman gets it across. Newman hands to Schoonveld. Schoonveld goes to Buchanan. Buchanan puts it on the floor. Fading away, right hand, left short. Swift, rebound, right hand. That one won't go too long. Buchanan puts it back up and in. Frankie Buchanan gets it to go home, 66-64.
Hope better get back here.
For three, it's Fancher. That one won't go. Rebound, pulled down by Schoonveld.
And Fancher's been hitting that one all night.
And then a timeout called by Coach Morehouse.
Heart skipped a beat there when I saw it was Fancher putting up that shot. She's had a great night tonight,
yes,
as
you've
has. Said before.
Timeout, Hope. 30-second timeout.
So the Dutch will choose to advance the basketball. And with 29.3 seconds to go and 26 seconds on the shot clock, the Flying Dutch are 29.3 seconds away from advancing to the Elite Eight of the NCAA tournament. Newman will inbound. She gets to Swift. Swift brings it across. Now stops and finds Buchanan. Buchanan takes to Schoonveld. Schoonveld puts it on the floor and a foul is called. This one on Bailey Dufresne. And that'll do it for Bailey Dufresne's night. And now Kennedy Schoonveld. Schoonveld at the line. First one flushes down, and you can hear DeVos Fieldhouse breathe a sigh of relief. Second one, freshman up and good.
The freshman with ice in her veins hitting the big free throws.
68-64, 18 and a half seconds to go. Hope College leading Christopher Newport University.
And if you didn't already know, that just proves it. The Schoonveld family has that clutch gene. That's for sure. Wow. Another thing to keep an eye on, though, I mean, I know there's 18 seconds left, Hope up by 4, but you never know with that intense full court pressure that Christopher Newport's putting on. You never know what can happen. They get a steal, they get a quick bucket, and the tables can turn really fast.
Absolutely.
So Hope's got to make sure they really are confident in where they're passing the ball in. Get your best people out there.
Looking at some stats, Hope shooting 43.1%, 22 of 51. Christopher Newport shooting 39.1. Neither team shooting lights out, really. Christopher Newport will advance the basketball here. They trail by 4 with 18 and a half seconds to go. You have to think it's either Maloney underneath or Fancher from outside, Andy.
I'm thinking you're right.
To right.
And
here's
there it
Fancher
is,
from
and
outside. No foul called. And Buchanan grabs the miss, and she's fouled hard.
Lots of theatrics there by Fancher. She looked off balance from the start. Her feet were completely together when she put that shot up. And maybe there was a little bit of contact, but I mean, she was off balance before she even put that up. So,
and Micah Maloney, the sophomore, has fouled out. That's her 5th. Right.
In a little bit of perspective, because we're right here, we can see it. might be a little too far away up there for you guys
Right.
at home, but I'm not saying it wasn't a foul. It very well could have been, but she was off balance when she put that shot up. And that's the third foul out now for the captains.
Buchanan, first one won't go. Game not put to bed. Second one from Buchanan won't go. Fancher with 5 seconds to go. This shot has to get up. They get one up. That one won't go. Rebound pulled down, and that'll do it. Lauren Newman grabbed the miss, and the Hope College Flying Dutch are moving on to the Elite Eight tomorrow night as they will host the Thomas More Saints. What a game.
Yeah, heck of a basketball game played by both teams. Wow.
What a game.
Ladies and gentlemen, tickets for tomorrow's sectional final are available.
You have to give it to Christopher Newport, Andy.
Yeah, I mean, they played their
Great
hearts
team.
out.
Yeah,
They did not quit. Relentless defense all night long. Hope just made one or two more big plays.
Plenty of adversity, as we heard at halftime, Andy, that this Christopher Newport team has faced injury after injury, knee injuries, and I'm not talking just smaller injuries, big injuries. One of their starters with a broken hand missing the tournament. So props to the Christopher Newport captains. Really putting on a show here tonight, and what an entertaining game, but also props to the Hope College Flying Dutch. And they've got the chance to play another day. Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Myself and Andy Fortier will be on the call once more. See you then.
Should be a fun one.
It will be a fun one.
Should be a fun one.
Thanks for listening. Have a good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, could you please stay off the floor till both teams are back to the locker room, please? Please stay off the floor.